Confirm. Confirm if you can see my screen, please. Mercy, are you there? Can you confirm if you can see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen, ma'am.
Okay, great. Okay, so this meeting is just to discuss this upcoming diploma certificate program, especially to our students who are ongoing with their NID course or study. Now, we had similar program last quarter of last year, and it was quite an intensive training, and it is the kind of training that we require all students. Well, the rain this morning, I hope we'll be able to have a smooth class this morning. Okay, so if you look at the slide or the poster in front of you, you can see we have about 10 ISO certificate courses, all packed for you. And then we're going to take you through the business analysis class, as well as the personal excellence program. These are packed up program for every student of Transformation College, as well as it's open to the general public. So by June 8th, we'll be pausing the ongoing NID studies and would all focus on this program. We want everyone who is ongoing with the NID course to be part of this program. And that is the purpose of this meeting, to let you understand the quality that we have packed in this program. If you check online and find out what it would cost you to take any of these ISO certification courses, you'd know that you're getting it at a very, free, because it's 100% tuition free, right? And this is all designed to give value to you as an individual and as a student of Transformation College. And like I said earlier, it is open to the general public. And we have a lot of registrations. We have over 200 registrations so far. As of this morning, we have about 260 something registrations. And why would our students be missing in this kind of study? So please take note, from the 8th of June, we'll be pausing the NID studies in business informatics and would focus on delivering the quality that this certificate or diploma course.
Right. So good morning, everybody. I hope you can.
Yes, Doc, we can hear you.
Okay, brilliant. So good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's great to have you all here. It's great to have everybody here. This is the last session we are having for this second semester that we're in. We're going to take a break. We made a decision. I hope everybody can hear me. So we made a decision that we believe everybody should be a part of the sorry, the diploma course, and that was how we designed it from the beginning. We will always ensure that Transformation College holds the summer program, and all students of Transformation College, they themselves must pass the summer program as it is. So they must go through the summer program. So we're going to take a break so that everybody joins the summer program, which starts on the 8th of June. So we're taking a break so that everybody will join the summer program. And then on the 7th of September, most likely, on the 7th of September, we will resume. We'll be back in school come the 7th of September this year. So we're taking a break from today, taking a break all the way after the session today for all our students, and we'll be back most likely the 7th or the 14th of the 7th, I believe. No, not 7th of okay, so yeah, I was looking into my calendar. Yes. So we're going to have 12 weeks when we come back. So we might resume either on the 7th or on the 14th of September. Let me count something. If we resume on the 14th, let me see. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Then this is 5, 6, 7, 8. Then this is 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. Good. So actually, we have more than enough time. So most likely, we're either going to resume on the 7th or the 14th. I have a feeling that it will probably be the 14th, since we're all going to be busy all the way till the end of August, when we're going to finish our summer program. So this year's summer program is going to be explosive. It's going to even be better. So yes, Chukwuebuka Daniel, thank you. That's a great question. Though, what about the people who have gone through? So then you'll be on holidays, because we can't run the school and also run the summer program. But yeah, that's a very good one. Thank you very much for that. That's a good one. And of course, you can redo. You can for you you can rejoin and redo the summer program. Yeah, I designed the summer program myself. I've done it. I know all the things in there, but I'm still going to be a student. There are many areas in that summer program that I still want to learn about. I still want to get better with regards to a couple of things. So thank you very much, Chukwuebuka. Uh, uh, Oh, so we might have to change that. So I will. All students can come back. Why not? So please, Edith and Mercy. Oh, why not? I mean, the program is going to be different. We've embedded a couple of other things. We've embellished it. We've improved it significantly. So there's no reason why. Oh, I mean, people can even take the program 2 or 3 times. I mean, it keeps changing. In our business analysis, we're introducing a lot of tools like Figma and a couple of other tools like that. So, oh yes, there's no reason. If you registered but you were not able to complete it, so you do it again. Moses Bala, you registered, you did part of it, but you were not able to complete it. So you do the program again. And moreover, as I said, it's never the same. It's always been improved. It's always been the many changes that we're making to it. Some of the trainers will be different. Oh, there's so many things that are changing. So if you did, I have a couple of people who have all come to say that, we did it in the past, but we didn't finish it. So yeah, they do it again. They do it again. As it is. So yes, it's a great opportunity. It's because you've done it before does not mean you know everything in there. So trust me. And it's going to be every summer. Every summer we're going to organize this. As of today, we have about 300 people that have registered. So it's going to be explosive in itself this year. It's going to be, so we have people who are coming in from different countries and different parts of the world. So it's a big deal as it is. So because you've done it before, does not mean you cannot do it all over again. So there's nothing that stops you from doing it again. So yeah, it'd be great to have everybody, as many people as humanly possible, joining the program. So please, yes, if you've done it before, you do it again. All right, so this is it. So once again, this is it. Start on the 8th of June. So I believe school will resume back, school has resumed, but we'll be back in session from the 14th of thereabout, the 14th of September, I believe. So because we're finishing the summer program on the 31st. We're finishing the summer program on the 31st. So we'll probably take a weekend break so that we can be fully back in school on the 14th of September. So once again, this is a big deal. It's a big deal for us. A lot of people get get a lot of advantages from this, and we want to keep enabling people. So that's why this. So please, everybody, tell your friends, if you came, tell your wife, tell your husband, tell your nieces, your cousins, your nephews, tell them to join this program. It's going to be brilliant this year. As it is, it's going to be a brilliant program this year. So so you can see, and of course, this is our go-to market. So all of you that are everybody that is our student that is here, you're part of the 10,000 business and IT analysts. Please give me a minute. Okay, so everybody that is here, you're all part of these our 30,000 professionals initiative. So I mean, those of you that you're going to be graduating this course next year, we're going to put your name in gold, like, forever and ever. You're going to be the first set of people that are going to be graduating from Transformation College. I will work with you personally to ensure that all your career and professional aspirations will come to pass. So we're literally going to put the names of all of you that will be graduating come September next year or come August next year. We're going to put your name in gold. As it is, you're going to be the first set. So look, this is what we're trying to do. This business informatics, you're going to all end up, the market is looking for business and IT analysts. And that's what this diploma in business informatics is really about. And then, of course, we also have our approval for software engineering and networking and systems security. So we have our approval for that. So we're working towards the starting come September. We need all the help and all the support that we can get. As of today, it is Training Heights and A4S are companies that are sponsoring this program completely. It is Training Heights and A4S are company that are sponsoring, but we need help. We need support. We need people to support us. Running this is not. It takes a lot of. It takes a lot of our monies and many other things like that. But it's fine. This is important, and it's important that we get this right. So once again, this is what we are looking at doing. It's the 30,000 professionals initiative, and those of you that will be graduating, you'll be the first set under business informatics. For me, business informatics is our most important program in the school. And it's indeed a pleasure to have all of you here. Okay. Any questions before I start the class formally? Any questions? Any thoughts? Any opinion? Anybody? Um, yeah, so Moses Bala, I'm sure Edith will attend to you. Also Jamoski David. So please, yes, we'll allow you come back. And most importantly, we want you to please, we need you to spread the word. This program is literally people pay 5,000 naira for the registration form, and that's it. Edith and I, we were calculating. We said, and I'm sure Jamoski, you agree because Jamoski has been a part of this program before. Also, you too. They said that if Training Night was going to offer this course, if Training Heights was going to offer this course, this summer program, Training Heights would charge possibly about half a million naira, right? If they're trying to be nice and kind, they will charge about they will charge uh at least 300K. Is that 300K course that we get people to do literally for free? So we also, yes, oh, absolutely. This is the NID program. It takes you straight into year 2 in the university. Yes, absolutely. The NID program takes you straight into year 2, not the summer program. The summer program is like a professional diploma course. That's not what we're talking about. The NID, which is the 2 years straight, takes you straight into year 2 to transfer either in Nigeria or even outside of Nigeria with your transcripts and with everything. It takes you straight into year 2 anywhere around the world. It's the school is accredited by the Nigerian Board of Technical Education, so it's not we didn't create the NID from our pockets or from under our bed. It's directly from MBTE. So our name was on the portal that when people are even picking polytechnics, they can pick the school directly. So yes, you can transfer the certificate and your credits outside, right? So Jamoski, they should even give you, please pay Edith. Jamoski said he has even paid for 4 people to join the program. Please allow Jamoski to also join the programs, please. Jamoski, thank you very much for that. You will do your cousins, you will do your family friends, you will do your enemies. You know, I'm a Christian and it says you pray for your enemies. One of the ways you can pray for your enemy is by getting them to join the program. So yeah. So please, Abigail, yes, everybody, please get all your people to join program. It's 5,000 naira for the form, Emeka. It's 5,000. Emeka Okoye, thank you very much for being here. It's 5,000 naira for the form. That's it. The program is free. It's a free program. I mean, somebody called me yesterday and said that how possible? Why? That's what the person said. Said, why would we be doing this? I said, well, I mean, we have this knowledge. This is what we do in Training Heights. We have the knowledge. We know these things. I truly believe in this thing, as in this is my personal belief, right? You can't take this away from me. I think this is my belief. We have clients that we work for. We work for all the banks in Nigeria. We literally work for all the banks in Ghana too. So we have a lot of clients. So that's not, I mean, we make money already. So for us, this is just important that we do this and we get it right as an organization. And we think that, Nigeria, I mean, people are, this is our second time. So you should go online, you should go onto YouTube, Emeka. You will see what we did last year. You will see the classes. You will see our graduation ceremony that we did. So we're not trying it out. We've done it, and we're doing it again this year, and we're going to do it at least I have a documented plan of doing it for the next 25 years. I have a documented plan of running a summer program for the next 25 years, God willing. So this is important to us. It's our summer program. It's pretty much is our give back. We make sure that people from everywhere around the world. This year, as I said, we already have 300 registrations, and we think it's going to get to 500 people as it is. And for the person that was asking, yes, where this our school, Transformation College of Business and Technology, is accredited by the National Board for Technical Education. So it's not within it's not this is the school is an accredited school, and in line with mission, which is transform lives. So yeah, that's why this summer program. I mean, one day we hope that we'll get 1,000 people on our summer program. That's one day we're hoping that we'll have 1,000 people globally, especially in Africa. Of course, we even have some people from the UK that are all joining this summer program. So this is a big deal. It's a big deal for us as it is, right? So for all our NID students, thank you very much. You mean a lot to us. You're going to be the first set of people that will be graduating, and you truly, truly, truly mean a lot to us. Please, if you're a full student of uh, of Transformation College on the NID program, please let us know you. If you need a job, we can make referrals to different places. We'll work with you. We'll support you. I mean, this is really about the career development for for people. So we'll work with you. And that's why it's also good that everybody joins this summer program. So if you've done it before, you can do it again. It's always very interesting. You know, we get, I mean, it's my friends that come to, is my friend, everybody that comes to do these classes. They are my friends, they're trainers with our company called Training Nights, and they're also staff of our organization. So they are people, so, and that's very important as it is. Okay, good. Um, it depends. It depends on your skills. I mean, you get so it really depends on the skill sets that you have. You can share your CV. We can have a look at it. One of the things we might have to add to to the summer program. Please, Edith, take that into consideration. We might want to put the CV, writing an effective CV as one of the things that we want to treat as or within this program. So yeah, so please just bear it in mind. How do you ensure that you've got great CV and things like that? One of the things that I find in fact, when it comes to the summer program, the most interesting part for me really is um we've changed the name from student excellence to personal excellence program. Like we've changed the name from student excellence to personal. Like, you know, I like that work stream, that whole stream that talks about you having the personal vision, setting goals, ethics, decorum, etiquette, resilience, interpersonal skill. I really like that vertical. Edith and I worked on a lot of it, just so that we can get it right. So because even if you have great skills and you're missing in terms of what people refer to as soft skills, then you're going to struggle. So that's very important as it is. So yeah, pretty much, right? Yeah, so I mean, definitely remote jobs, it will be dependent on your skills. So we have clients, we have a lot of people that we work for. If you have the right skills, then definitely I'm sure we can make some referrals. It is. Okay, good. I think I'm done with the questions. Thank you everybody for asking these questions once again. It's great to have everybody here. We don't where you're I know we're the ones training you, but it's also good that you're here because we want our students to graduate. So it's very important that we work with you to ensure that you do well. Your success is our success. That thing that makes you successful is also our own success. So we're definitely interested in everybody succeeding. Your success is ours also. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. So let me go ahead with today's. So we've talked, I mean, this is there was entrepreneurship in year one, in first semester, beg your pardon. There was entrepreneurship in first semester. There is also entrepreneurship in second semester. So the one for this second semester talks about the practice of entrepreneurship, the practice entrepreneurship, right? So
See where you go
first,
for. See where you go for. See where you go for win yourself now.
give me a minute. Okay. Right. mm, with okay. So once again, we did entrepreneurship in first semester. We're doing entrepreneurship again. Now this semester really it's meant to be around the practice of entrepreneurship. It's meant to be around the practice of entrepreneurship. So once again, of all the three courses that we do, business and IT analytics, software, business informatics, because I mean, I even did something last week showing the meaning of business informatics is business and IT, right? So that's what it is business and IT management. That's what business informatics means, business and IT management. So from here, where our job is to develop business and IT analysts slash managers. That's what it is. We're developing business and IT analysts slash managers. That's what we are doing in here. So it's great. It's my favorite of the three courses that we have. It's the one that I really like amongst all of them. So you see here what it is that year one. So like on this page, I combine the things for first semester and even for second semester. So this second semester, so you will see things like English and communication skills and citizenship. So in the first semester, we did introduction to entrepreneurship. In this second semester, we're going to be doing the practice of entrepreneurship, the introduction to entrepreneurship. And now we're going to be looking at the practice of entrepreneurship in itself. So we still have quite a bit. I know we've done something on English already. And once again, the summer program also has a bit around elocution and things like that. So that means the second semester, after today, we're still going to have citizenship 2. We're going to have business computer applications. That's the second one. We're going to have business math. That's the third one. I already did principles of management last week. We're still going to have economics 2. We're still going to have accounts 2. And then we're going to have social psychology, and then we're going to have system analysis and design. That is about 7 different courses that we still need to cover. And then some of them will take 2 Saturdays, and then we're also going to do our second semester exam before we finish. We're going to do our second semester exam in December. You will see that immediately you finish that summer program, especially if you're very diligent with it, if you're somebody who's very diligent with the summer program, you will see that your mindset, your thinking, your knowledge, everything about you literally changes after that summer program. Like what you will know is almost like the summer program wakes up your brain, literally. Like the summer program literally wakes up your brain. So it's good that you take advantage of it. And that's why we felt that no, we're going to ensure that all our students they attend um all our students attend their own class as it is. So we'll have about 10 weeks of classes, 10 Saturdays of classes in September all the way till November, and we'll have about 2 or 3 weeks of exam at the rate of about 3 exams per week, something along those lines. So that's why I'm doing the practice of entrepreneurship. Some of the courses you're going to be having in the September to December, especially that system analysis and design course, I really look forward to it. I really look forward to the system analysis and design course. It's a brilliant course. I'm going to encourage everybody to get on top of it. And of course, in year 2, which is next year, come September, everybody would have graduated. So we're going to do January to we're going to do January till about March, April, and April to June, so that we close for summer. So yes, in 5-6 months we'll be done. In 6 months we'll be done next year. That's why we're thinking properly about the approach. We're looking at the course curriculum. We're looking at the content. We're trying to do things very differently from how traditional schools do them. So we simplify the things, we summarize it, we condense it. We also make sure that we touch on everything that is in the curriculum in itself. So we're doing this differently from how traditional schools how they operate in themselves. So this is next year, and the good thing is that we have everybody that is our year 1 student now that has attended summer school they will be in school. They don't have to do summer school again next year. But nobody's going to finish with our NID without attending the summer school at least once. So yeah, but next year you graduate, come by summer, you literally be done. And this is it. And once again, this is brilliant. Look at the combination of what we have in here, from the principles of management to law and to statistics to English to programming to public finance to e-commerce and purchasing to cost accounting. I mean, once again, when we say that it's better than an MBA, we're not joking. That the business informatics, the way we teach it, the way we approach it, and the way we go around everything in there, it's better than an MBA program. It is better than an MBA program. We'll prove that. We'll prove that. We're proving that equation. By the time all of you graduate, those of you that are here, by the time you graduate next year, you will be our proof that this NID business informatics is better than an MBA in itself. Okay, good. So I mean, I always talk about this, and today we're talking about entrepreneurship. And I know that, some of us are entrepreneurs already. Some of us, wives, husbands, children, might be cousins, might be entrepreneurs. And some people, they don't become entrepreneurs till their age 30, till their age 60 or their age, whatever it is. So the most important thing is that all of us need to have entrepreneurship skills. I started Transformation College, but Edith and Mercy and Boma that work with me, the 3 wise people, they were entrepreneurs together. We're working on this together. In fact, what we have right now is shared risks. So the risk is not just mine; it's also theirs. So we're doing shared risks amongst us as at today, and we believe that someday we will also be able to share. There's already profit in what we're doing, and it might not be financial profit, but yeah, one day we would also share the benefits. So shared risks, shared benefits. And I have a book, all right? It's called the objectives of every business, right? It's OEB. So that, and this is the extract from the book, the objectives of every business. And if you're going to be an entrepreneur, you've got to take all this into consideration. This is what makes a business. A business must pass every line item that is here. A business must pass every line item that is here. A business must pass every line item that is here. A business must have a strategy. A business must ensure that they make revenue and profit. A business must ensure that they reduce their costs. A business must do all these things. There's no going around it. A business must do everything that are put out here. A business must do everything that is written here. You can't say you're a business and you're going to ignore some areas. You can't say you're a business and you don't care. No, you must care. That's what makes it a business. So you must care about your customers. Every business must worry and care about its customers. There's no business that must not be looking to acquire customers. Every business must be looking to acquire customers and even acquire more customers. Every business must be looking to retain their customers. Every business must be looking to retain their customers. That goes without saying. Every business must be looking to retain their customers. Every business must have a competitive advantage. Every business must meet market demands. Business must do these things. Every business must do these things. They need to ensure that they've got great staff, they keep them, that their products and their services are great, that they consistently innovate. It doesn't matter whether you sell recharge card or you sell pure water. It doesn't matter whether you sell hair or your business is on Instagram. It doesn't matter. Every business must meet these objectives. Every business must meet these objectives, okay? And further to that, I put some more objectives here. So if you're involved with a business or you work in a business or you are the owner of a business, whatever, right? In as much as it's a business, then you must clearly understand these things and you must take them into consideration. You must take them into consideration where you work as of today. You must take them into consideration across from many perspectives, from many perspectives. So every business should worry about its brand. Everybody business is to worry about the tax man, ensure that you're not violating tax issues. But you must worry about these things. Everybody must worry about these things. So you can't say I'm in business and I don't care. You need to care. You need to ensure that you're on top of these things. You must leverage IT. Everybody, can you see number 18? You must leverage IT. You must build excellent relationships with your partners and suppliers. You must manage all your stakeholders. You must think about risks. And of course, every business also needs to do corporate social responsibility. So Training Heights and A4S are companies, we invest inside of Transformation College. We do invest. I mean, it's part of our corporate social responsibility. Even all our trainers that come in, we appreciate them with one token or the other for their internet. But majority of them, they're my friends. Some of them are very big people in their own rights, in their own organizations. So they don't charge us. They don't say, oh, if you don't pay us money, we will not do it. They're very they support the initiatives that we're having. So that's very important as it is. So these are the objectives of every business, everybody. These are the objectives of every business. It doesn't matter the kind of business that you do. These are the objectives of every business. These are the objectives of every business. Very important that we get this right, as it is. So if that, and that's where an entrepreneur, that's where they start from. An entrepreneur starts from there. You start from this place. That's where they start from. An entrepreneur starts from ensuring that they're clear on what their objectives are. That they're clear on what their objectives are. Okay, good. We've talked about this. This semester, we're also going to be doing something along these lines. So there's just not enough time. At some point in time, we're going to increase our school from more than just Saturdays, but we're going to find ways by which everybody that goes through us, this NID, you have to be good with Microsoft Office. In fact, at some point in time, maybe I have the videos. Maybe we're going to put all the videos on a drive and share the link. Everybody, you must have a professional objective of getting better with Microsoft Office. Everybody that is on this call, everybody listening to me, you must have a professional objective of getting better with Microsoft Office, especially if you're doing business informatics. That one is a must, though. It's a must if you're doing business informatics. If you're doing business informatics, your knowledge of Microsoft Office needs to be extreme. You need extreme knowledge of Microsoft Office if you're doing business informatics. So everybody that is here, everybody that is taking this course, you need to have have an objective. We don't have enough time. Right now we're only meeting on Saturdays, and Saturdays are not enough. Saturdays are not enough. But yes, we will see. Everybody needs to be a part of this. Everybody that is here needs to be a part of this. And this is important. And it's critical that we all take that into keen consideration. You have to have a plan. So everybody, please write that down. What is my plan? Everybody should have that. What is my plan to improve when it comes to Microsoft Office? What is my personal plan to improve when it comes to Microsoft Office? And we all can improve. All of us can use Excel better. All of us can learn to use Excel much better. All of us can learn how to use PowerPoint much better. We all can learn. Okay, so that's important. All right. Recently, I've always used a platform called Odoo. Once again, you're in business informatics. You need to know some of these things. Okay. So you need to know. Sorry. Everybody, you need to learn how to use applications. You're in business informatics, business and IT analyst slash manager. Some of it's business and IT analyst slash manager. So you need to learn how to this. Can you mute that person, please? You need to learn how to use this. So everybody on your phone or on your computer, can you go and open a browser and look for something called Zoho One? Zoho One. Zoho One. Everybody, can you check on your computer? I think there's Edith, you've stopped me from being able to share. Post as disabled participant or Mercy. Somebody has stopped me from being able to share. My screen has gone off. Are you serious, Aminu? Wow. Which ones? Microsoft, which ones, Aminu? Is it Excel or PowerPoint? Which ones are you very good with? Wow. So that means we need to organize something with you, Aminu. Wow. Edith, that means we need to organize something. Maybe we'll look for some public holiday, or we'll look for something where Aminu look for some certain holidays where Aminu can show people advanced skills in Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. Wow. Aminu, well done. Well done. Well done. Well done. Big well done. Okay. Big, big, big well done. Okay. All right. So, okay. Now I can share again. Okay. Back here. Okay. All right. That's really good. I'm sure you're a superstar in your organization. Right, I can imagine, eh? Okay. So Zoho One, everybody. There's something called Zoho One. Aha, this is it. This is the so I have a client that was considering Odoo. They now came back to me and they said to me that can I tell them the difference and the advantages of Odoo versus Zoho One? Odoo versus Zoho One. And I found that to be extremely interesting. Odoo versus Zoho One. So I had to get a team in the organizations to start to look at it. Only for them to then come to tell me that, oh God, this Zoho One too is very good though. It's easy to use, it's easy to set up. So you can't be a student of our school and you won't know what this is, or you have to know what this is. You have to know what this is. So everybody that is under the sound of my voice, you have to know clearly how these things work. So please, Mercy, Boma, we need to do, I don't know, we need to look for the things that we call tech days. We need to look for tech days. We need to do something around tech days. Okay? So in our tech days are the days where we can show people how to use technology tools and platforms. So, if you're here, you must know something about you. Compulsorily, you must know something about this. You must learn something about this. Compulsorily, you must. You must know something about ERPs and these kinds of applications. So it's not for anybody who is an entrepreneur in modern day. You want to make sure you automate a lot of things. Automation is important. Automation is essential. So you want to make sure that you're learning how to automate. And one of the best ways to learn how to automate is to use technology platforms like Odoo and Zoho One. To use technology platforms like Odoo and Zoho One. Odoo and Zoho One. Okay. So please, once again, take that into keen consideration. Take that into keen consideration. Okay. This is Odoo. I'm not going to. So you have to learn how to automate in your business. This is modern day. You cannot afford. This is modern day. You cannot afford not to automate your business. You cannot run business even if you're selling suya, or you're selling hair, ladies' hair, or you're doing a salon, or you're doing whatever. You cannot afford not to automate in your business. So this is the curriculum that was given in year one. In first semester. But you see that a lot of these things, the fact the second semester just says that people should practicalize. No, they should practice entrepreneurship. The second semester is meant to be more around people trying to start one business or the other. I don't think everybody should start a business. I don't think so. I don't think a business is for everybody. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think a business is too tough and too difficult than for everybody to just say, I'm going to go into business. Not Because businesses are very difficult to run. Businesses are very difficult to run. So I don't think everybody can do it. But of course, you can beg to differ. So everybody can you go into the chat room and tell me, do you think that everybody can go into business? Do you think everybody can be an entrepreneur? Right? So an entrepreneur it takes a lot of sacrifice, especially in modern day. Entrepreneurship takes a lot of sacrifice, and it's too much of a gamble. You can try. I know people who've done entrepreneurship for years and they never succeeded. They've done it for years and they never succeeded. Some of them have done it for 20, 30 years. So it's not just about, people say, oh, length of time. It's not just about length of time. Some people have done it for a long time and they still never succeeded. Right? So it's just not just for doing, right? Right. So please, in the chat room, is everybody built to do or to be an entrepreneur? Jamie says no. Sarah says no. Right? Because it takes a lot of risk. You can lose everything. You can lose that. Some people don't have the personality for it. Right? So Aminu also says like marriage. Absolutely. It's like marriage. Aminu well said. Oh yeah, some people have died from running the business, they've gotten ill, they've had high blood pressure. Business people die from running businesses. That's just the truth. So not everybody can run a business from my perspective. I might be wrong, but from my perspective. I think some people are built for it. Some people are not built for it. So it's very, especially in a place like Nigeria, the average business globally, everybody, are you listening to me? The average business globally makes about 20% profit. Makes about 20% profit. That is why in advanced countries, they will never give you a loan that is more than between 5 to 10%. They will never give you a loan that is more than 5 to 10%. So that if you end up making 20% profit, at least you can keep 10% after paying your loan. In Nigeria, in Ghana, does anybody know what the interest rate is? If you take a loan, please go to the chat room. Anybody? Nigeria, Ghana, what is the interest rate? Anybody? Thank you very much, Samuel. Right? So if Samuel says that the interest rate in Nigeria is about 25%, same thing in Ghana, 20 something percent by the time they add everything to it. Now, if the interest in that interest rate is 25% and the global profit range for a business is 20%, that means if you borrow money from a bank in Nigeria or Ghana to run the business, 80% of the time you will never be able to pay back. Because the business you want to do, you borrow the money at 25, you get maybe 25% profit, and you have to pay the loan off. So Nigeria, Ghana, they're not very comfortable places. They're not very supportive environment. The opportunities are there. Don't take it away. Don't take that away from it. The opportunities in Africa, they are massive. a lot of opportunities. You can sell shoes, you can sell hair, you can start school business, you can cut hair, you can make hair, you can make cream, you can do whatever. However, the possibility of success is significantly reduced. So in Africa, the opportunities are there, but the enabling conditions and the enabling environment is not there. So the opportunities are in Africa, oh, without a doubt, without an iota of doubt, right? The opportunities are there, but there's no enabling environment. I've done business in billions with different banks, like banking with them in billions. None of those banks will still give me credit without, what they consider to be collateral. It's not what I consider to be collateral. Because if you want to borrow money from a bank today and you say you want to borrow 100 million naira, and you say you have a house in your village, and your village is somewhere outside of Lagos, in your village far, and the valuation of the house in your village is 1 billion, do you think the bank is going to borrow you 100 million? Anybody? Come to the chat room. You have property that is what should I presume say 28, 29 with the recent increase? Yes, because they will add admin fees, they will add many other things. So the opportunities are there, but the enabling environment is not there. If you go to a bank that you want to borrow 100 million, and you say you have a house in your village that is worth 1 billion, and you do an independent valuation and it's actually worth 1 billion, will a Nigerian bank still borrow you? No, thank you very much, Bello. Thank you. In fact, when you want to borrow money in Nigeria from some of the banks, they tell you to cash back it. Do you know what cash backing is? Anybody, what does it mean to cash back something? Can you imagine you want to borrow money? They say you should cash back it. What does that mean? Anybody, what does it mean to cash back? How can you tell the person who wants to borrow money to cash back it? That means they need you to have an account where that same amount of money is there. Like, the way business people will say, I have an investment account, but I still want to borrow money. So they need you to have like an investment account, a fixed account where you fix X amount of money before they can borrow you. If you have the money in investment, why would you need to now borrow money at 25%? So my point is, the opportunity is there. The opportunity is there. What are the top? Let's do a quick exercise. What are the top 10 industries? Right? The top 10 industries that when people wake up in the morning, they must patronize those industries before they go to bed at night. Top 10 industries. Number one, all of us must eat, Abi. Food business. Are we together? All of us, we must eat. Food business. Number two, people must live in homes, Abi. Anything that's got to do with houses and homes. Am I right? Plus whatever accessories you need for the house. Right? What other business is there? That, that they are the things you might say in Africa. Healthcare is a challenge, right? For business of education, people must give birth, right? Education slash schools, isn't it? Which other business is there? People must wear clothes. They must wear shoes. Yeah. They must wear clothes. They must wear shoes. Right? People must do everything that's got to do with transportation. I mean, people must go out and everything that is related. What else is our businesses that people cannot wake up and sleep at night without that? In modern day, people must do telecommunications. Am I right? They must call. People might not even eat, but they will call. They will use data. What else is key? Pick that area. Anybody? Does anybody have any thoughts? What am I missing? Banking, yes, because people must. Thank you very much. Everything that has got to do with banking, whether it is uh banking and payments. Yes, I agree. People must transfer money. They must go to a bank like that, like that. I agree. What else? Uh, thank you. People must use utilities. Yes, I agree. People must they must use power, must use water, they need gas, those kinds of things. I agree. I agree. Uh let me see what else. Uh yeah, food, beverages, houses, telco. Uh okay. People must buy okay, but most of those things, FMCG, it will be food now, agriculture. So that will still be food now. It will still be food, food plus agriculture. Okay. What else? I'm trying to look for something that is unique. Um, Waste will still be part of utilities. Okay. Plus, yeah, after all, lawman and all that must work. Yeah, you're right. Utilities. Um, yeah, the manufacturing is either manufacturing food or manufacturing healthcare type thing. So manufacturing is embedded inside a lot of these things. So we're looking for the output. What else is an output? What else is an output? Construction will add it to houses. Okay. Um, if you make hair, that's part of your wardrobe and all that. Things that got to do with looks. What else do I have here? So we talked about transportation, petroleum, yes. So all those ones will still put under utilities, power, yeah, just like transportation plus 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 fuel, right? Um, Power, water, gas, waste management. I'm trying to see what else I can pick here. Travels and tours. Where do we put mining? What is that security? So I'll just put a last category here, just called services, right? So services can include people need to dry clean, people need security, gateman, I agree. So mining, I'll put it on yeah, so maybe things that have got to do with energy plus mining, something like that. I mean, we don't have to be completely right. We're just thinking aloud, right? So if you follow this, these are like the top 10 industries in a sense. These are like the top 10 industries. Let me share my screen. These are like the top 10 industries. So in a sense. So the opportunities are there. The opportunities, they are there in Nigeria, but the environment is not enabling. Right? And of course, you can even put religion, religious business. Right? I'll put that in there. Right? Africans love, we all love our spirituality. So you that you're on this call, want to be an entrepreneur. Somebody said technology, yes? I mean, just add technology here, yeah? Payment apps, blah, 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 like that. I agree. I agree. So you can go into business. Somebody's baby is crying. That baby is going to go to school. And you need to have a crash. People, we did something on wellness. After that, people started coming to ask us that, do we do wellness training? Okay. So this is important, everybody. It's very important. The most important thing, if you're going into business, understand the line of work, understand the industry, and many other things. As I said, we did this all in the first semester. I cannot go through everything, but I felt that a lot of people were not in that class. And I felt that there's quite a bit that you will learn from and gain from. That's why I said, okay, I'll just come back. So I just updated the slides that I used in the first semester on buying and selling so that you can make profit, everybody. There's someone on the call. Should I tell us, how do we register a small business? And how much? Put it in the chat room. How do we register something they call enterprises for sole owners? But realize that once you register a business, automatically, the tax office, they have your name. You're going to start to pay taxes if you start to go and open a bank account. That's one thing most people don't take into consideration. They think that business just means go find somebody who knows CAC or a lawyer, register the business. Now, as they're registering the business, they're giving you a tax identification number. When no bank will open an account for you, corporate account or business name account, without that thing. If you start collecting money through the account, the banks are linked to the tax office. So they can see how much money you're making. Don't go and open a bank account if you're not ready to start paying taxes. You will need to pay tax. But most people don't understand that portion. So they think everything that is required is to just call Mr. Schweib that is here. Tell Mr. Schweib, oh, open this account for me. Orlando Enterprises. Mr. Schweib, go and open it. The thing comes with a TIN number. They go to the bank. They open an account. They start to tell everybody, oh, there's a company called Orlando Enterprises. He's paying for this service or this goods. When they start to collect money, the people in the tax office, they are seeing the money you are collecting, and you will need to pay tax. So you're not going to run away from it. Okay? So once again, I talked about this last week. I'm not going to talk about it. I just like to say that everything in life is about value. All of you are here because of value. Without value, you will not take out of your Saturday, use your data to sit here. It's value. Our summer program, people are only going to join because of value. And if you're going to start a business, and even in your life, you need to ensure that you're adding value to people. This is the golden rule. You need to ensure that you're adding value to people. You're adding value to your customers. You're adding value to your stakeholders. If we're not adding value as Transformation College, that means all the money we spent for accreditation in millions, we would have just thrown all that money in the bin. I could have just called Edith and Boma and Messi and just dashed them the money. So, and even after accreditation, we have to make sure that we can add value. Today is Saturday. I have many things I can do with my time. You have many things, but it's valuable for me to be here. And we're laying the foundation for a school that will be guaranteed to be here for another 50 years. So it's important for me seeing the school succeed. Maybe we'll become the next Harvard, or the way people talk about Lagos Business School. Maybe that's where we're going. Well, it's valuable to me. So it's important. So don't start a business without understanding what is the value that you are adding. Not the perceived value, the real tangible value that you're adding to people. And all of us need to add value. To add value as individuals, to add value as businesses. If there are two shops beside each other, people will go to the one that is adding more value than the other one. The last thing I want to say here is that value is in the eyes of the beholder. Value is in the eyes of the beholder. So it's value from the customer's perspective. It is value from the customer's perspective. And that's very important. We said it last week, every business must have a unique selling point. Every individual must have a unique selling point. Every business must have a unique selling point. Every individual must have a unique selling point. What makes you special? What makes you different? What separates you from the others? Okay. So the concept of entrepreneurship and the concept of who an entrepreneur is. Concept of entrepreneurship and the concept of who an entrepreneur is. You have to take risks. Yeah? And people don't want to hear that. Every money that you put into the business, you might lose it. You might lose your life savings, you might lose your children's school fees. Some people have lost their marriages. What's the name of that Will Smith movie? That he believed in that product a lot. And his wife had to leave him in the pursuit of happiness or something like that. Yeah. So the idea is that if you're going to go become an entrepreneur, and it is good for you to become an entrepreneur, you should do it properly. You should understand what it is. You embark upon it appropriately. You're taking a lot of risk. If you get it right, you would also get a lot of benefits and rewards. But can everybody check online for me? What is the percentage of businesses that survive over a 10-year period? And maybe somebody else should check for me. A percentage of businesses that survive in Nigeria over a 10-year period. I can tell you off the top of my head what I think it is. I want somebody to put it in the chat room. Out of every 10 businesses that start over a 10-year period, how many of them will survive past 10 years? And then they will be getting bigger and they'll be thriving. How many? How many? How many? How many business? Jewelry business, chemical substance. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Logistics and haulage, all sorts of businesses. I agree. What is the percentage of businesses that survive over a 10-year period? in whatever that global figure is, it's significantly less in Nigeria. When I was growing up, I was living off Awolowo Way, Awolowo Road in Ikoyi. People start shops on Awolowo Road. 3-4 years after, they can't pay their rent, they have to pack up. I live off Allen Avenue. People start shops on Okwebi and on Allen Avenue all the time. 10 years later, they would have packed up. It's almost like one of my friends said that businesses are almost destined to die. Right? Oh, if that's Priscilla, thank you very much. I can tell you that the Nigerian one, 80% of businesses will die over every 10-year period. I dare say 90%. In Nigeria, 80% or 90% of businesses can never make it over a 10-year period. I can tell you that for free. In Nigeria, out of every 10 businesses over a 10-year period, only 1 or 2 of them will survive. So entrepreneurship is tough. It's very tough. Right? So well, it's good for you to know it so that you're able to guide others, you enter into it, not being very knowledgeable and skilled in terms of what to do. That's what this program is about. That's what this course is about. You enter it so that you're very skilled and knowledgeable with regards to what to do. Because you have an idea does not mean you should go ahead and set up a business. People have ideas every day. So setting up a business is way beyond just having ideas. Having ideas is not good enough. A business does not survive based on ideas. A business survives on careful, meticulous management. Careful, meticulous management is how a business survives. A business does not survive because you have an idea. Since we started transformation, we launched Transformation College formally last year, right? 1st of October, but we had concluded the summer program. Prior to that, we had been working on it for about 2 years. What am I saying? About 3 years before COVID. We've been spending money on accreditation and many things before COVID. So since the year 2000 and what's that, 18 or 19 is when we started all the conversations. Please give me a minute, everybody. Please give me 1 minute, please. All right, sorry about that. So sorry about that. Just had to quickly attend to somebody. So yes, once again, it's about you making a profit. It's about you making the profits, but you need to be able to make the profit sustainably. That means not just now, but even into the future. Okay. Once again, there are many industries. There are many industries this week that just there's ending today. I was doing something in aviation. So there are many industries. There are many industries we can be involved with. So people talk about chemical production, manufacturing, production of everything. Everybody, you can see number 7 can provide services. Somebody talked about logistics, haulage. Number 15, distribution. You can do and businesses, I mean, many areas. But in Nigeria, business is very tough. But business is very tough. So there are many industries that you can innovate around. You can think about innovating many industries. So there are many things about entrepreneurship. Once again, I'm not trying to repeat everything that we did in first semester. I believe there's a maybe Boma or Mercy will share the link for first semester where we had this course. So there are many things you might want to think about. We've talked about legal, government policy. We talked about even you being knowledgeable and skilled with regards to entrepreneurship. Like every other thing, like learning engineering or learning medicine or learning how to trade. What's that Igbo thing that I love? What's it called? The Igbo apprentice system. What is it called now? Anybody, do you know about it? That one that is taking the rave everywhere. The Igbo apprentice system. Yes, I like it. I like that Igbo apprentice system. Um, there is a there is a paper. Everybody, can you see? I see the Nigerian model for stakeholder capitalism. Why the Igbo apprentice is the world's largest business incubator. Harvard is writing papers on the Igbo apprentice system. So you need entrepreneurship, like learning any other thing. You need a specific type of knowledge to be able to do it. You need a specific type of support. You need many things that you need specifically if you're going to get entrepreneurship right. So, right? So it's a big deal, everybody. I like the Igbo apprentice system. Everybody talks about it. Everybody talks about that model where the people, what's the Igbo name for it? I've forgotten something. Yeah, it's called something. There's one Igbo name like that. Something Oka boy and one other old name like Igba boy. Yes, this is it. I can you see Igba Odibo. Igba boy. I love it, you know. So where you go and learn the thing, they'll teach you how to do the business. There's even a movie. What's the movie? Anybody? Does anybody know that movie? That is is it Iemofuna? Yeah, or that is on Netflix. That the boy going to learn everybody. I mean, there's a brilliant movie on Netflix. Is it Iemofuna or what's the name of the
Afamefuna, sir.
huh?
Afamefuna, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So you don't wake up and just think that you can do the entrepreneurship. You need to learn it properly. You need to go and learn. How do they do this thing? How does it work? You know, you must learn it. You must learn it. How? Now. You must learn it. It's not like you sleep and wake up and then you just figure out how to do it. You have to learn it. There is entrepreneurship education where you have to learn what exactly is entrepreneurship. And of course, there are many things you need to know. You need to innovate. Right? I think the Igbos are the best, I mean, business people anywhere. I think so. I've always thought so. There was a guy, my mom used to own a supermarket, and the guy I used to see, I was very young. I must have been, I mean, maybe I was 12 or 13 or something like that. And I used to see how he used to run his company. And he used to run, he did not, he was the one who supplied all the supermarkets with many goods, and he used a bicycle. He was a very smart Igbo man. And since then, I've known that, oh, these Igbo people, they have business sense, like natural one, the one that comes not from reading, but natural. They just know what to do. I remember one time I went to Sao Tome. It was an Igbo man that was the biggest spare parts shop in Sao Tome. Sometimes when you're at the airport, you see planes coming from different parts of Africa. They're coming from Monrovia. They're coming from all those African countries. Look at the people that are coming out of that plane. There's only two categories. The ones that work for blue chip companies, they work for one NGO or work for one big technology company or banks or something like that. But the major set of people, they are Igbo people. They're coming, so they take the business away from Nigeria. They go to other parts of Africa and go and set up their shops. They will set up big shops, even in Ghana, right? So when it comes to spare parts, so Igbo people, they have natural DNA based, blood based entrepreneurship. Okay, but it can be learned. It can be learned. And when you're talking about entrepreneurship, you also have to think about innovation. What are you doing differently? They said, oh, all these industries exist. Are people not doing all those businesses? There are people there. There are people everywhere doing every kind of business. We are going to go into the same industry. What are you going to do differently? How are you going to innovate? Are you innovating your channels, innovating your people, innovating your process? You need to innovate around something compulsorily. You must innovate. You know what they say? They say innovate or die. It's either you innovate or you die. So once again, I still did this last week. All of us, we need these skills. All of us that are here on this call, we need these skills. Funny enough, I wrote this in a class like this. I think it was still the same entrepreneurship class. I think, yeah. You need these skills. You cannot be, either you're a professional or you're starting a business or you're an innovator or you're an entrepreneur, you need these skills. And this is what our personal empowerment program, this is what it's about. Helping to build these skills inside of people. People call them soft skills. Oh, well, I mean, some of them, I mean, it's more than just soft, but yeah, you need these skills. And once again, everybody, you should go home and keep asking yourself, how many of these skills do I have? Where am I struggling? Where do I need help to be a better professional, to be a better business owner? Where do I need help? How do I ensure that I build sales skills, networking skills, persuasion skills, writing skills? Igbo people know how to persuade. Every Igbo man can never tell you he does not have. You tell you that it's in this other shop. I love it. Here we have it in the other shop. Who owns the other shop? Who owns it? Another brother of theirs. So you need number 12 in your life. You need number 11. If you don't have these skills, don't try it though. It's not just, don't try it if you don't have these skills. For managers, for professionals, if you don't have, you need these skills. You will suffer if you don't have these skills in business. Don't think that those people that are in the market, that they don't have the woman who used to be the biggest distributor for Cadbury in those days, when my mom used to work there. She was not educated. She didn't go to school. She didn't have a degree. She was the biggest distributor for Cadbury in the whole country. She didn't go to school, but if she looks at the room and the room is filled with Bonvita cartons, she can tell you how many cartons are there. She can tell, all those people that know everybody that owes them money, and they know it to the figure, and they didn't go through formal education. So we all need these skills. And some people who have not gone through formal education, they have these skills. They can persuade, they can advertise. Once again, that movie is a brilliant movie. See, all of Igbo man will not sit down in his shop. He will go outside on the road. They will split themselves. One will stay in the shop, the other one will be on the road, pulling people specifically to their own shop. And when they don't have it, they will tell you we have it in our other shop. So if you're an entrepreneur here, you need these skills. You need these skills. We're committed as Transformation College to empowering people, all our students, to empower them to the extent that, we can with these kinds of skills. Once again, the idea is to look at, some of you are weak on number 8. Like anything that's got to do with number 8, you're weak. Some people are weak at number 7. So people have weaknesses in different areas. The most important thing is that you understand your own weakness and you have clear plans to get out of it. All right. This is important. One of the things that make businesses, if you tell me that what are the most important things here for me, I'll put some things. If you had to tell me that what is my top 5, why businesses fail. These are the reasons why businesses fail. Every part here is important though, but I'm just, highlighting some. Every part is important. Every part here is important. Every part here is important. A lot of people struggle with number 5 and 6. So even if you get number 2 right, number 5 and 6 are probably the biggest challenges that people have. The marketing, the sales, and how to manage the account. So an entrepreneur that is here, there are many parts of a business that you need to manage. And many, 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 many parts of a business that needs to be managed. If you might have a great idea, but you don't know how to market it, you don't know how to sell it, you don't know how to account for the money, you don't know how to manage your people. Hey, 5, 6, 7, 8. The business is going to close down eventually. Only a matter of time. The business will close down eventually. So I can talk about this all day, but we don't have time. I did a lot of this last week. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses as a person? What are the opportunities out there? So, all right. And what is threatening us from being able to run Transformation College for another 20 years? What are our strengths? What are our weaknesses? What are the opportunities out there? The African Union is saying that this is the year of education. How is that an opportunity for Transformation College? What is threatening us from being able to deliver our courses? We want it to be as free as possible. Now we're going to need donors, we're going to need support to get that working. How does all this affect your business? How do these things affect your business? Some people, what's the name of that company that was doing waste during Governor Ambode's period? So now they're no longer guarding something, right? Or venture something, I can't remember, right? So So there are many things that affect your business that you need to think about. This is another important thing that affects your business. You must understand the new entrants. You must understand the buyers. You must understand the substitute product. You must understand the bargaining power of suppliers and even the rivalry of direct competitors, rivalry among direct competitors. You must understand these things. If you're going to be a great entrepreneur, and when we ask you questions in the exam, we have to ask you a question on SWOT. I mean, in your exam, we'll talk about what are the parts of a company to be managed. What is SWOT analysis? What is PESO? What is Porter's five forces? What is business model canvas? We cannot but ask you these questions. This is a brilliant model. A lot of people are using this business model canvas to manage their organization. We cannot but ask you these questions in an exam. Not but do that. I'll put some samples in here. And it's a brilliant model for you to use to think about your business. A brilliant model. What else? Five, balance scorecard, many things here. All our students need to know this. The concept of what? The concept of sorry. Oh, where is it? Sorry. Where is my shift? Sorry. What is that thing that allows me to right? Everybody that is here, you must know this is the best planning methodology in the world. It used to be called 5 Ws and 1 H. I renamed it as 5 Ws and H squared. I renamed it. What am I doing? Hold on. As 5 Ws and H squared. Yes. 5 Ws and H squared. And you need this. If you're an entrepreneur, you plan to be, or you have a partner, or you want to advise somebody, whatever, you have to understand this. What is the objective? Why is it important? What needs to be done? Who will do it? When will it be done? Where, how, and how do we measure if it's working? There's nobody here that should not understand this. This is the best planning methodology in the world. It's as simple as this, but very difficult to do. And you get into the middle of it, you realize that this is really tough. You realize that it's really tough to answer these questions. Why are we even doing this? What exactly do we need to do? Who will do it? When will it be done? Very tough. And of course, you should write a business plan. It's good for you. It's good for you to write a business plan. It's good. It's extremely important if you have a business plan. It will help your business adequately if you have a business plan. If you help your business, that your Instagram business will gain a lot from this session. All right. People talk about marketing. Most companies, this is one of the areas they do badly because they don't have enough funds. And marketing costs a lot of time, money, effort, resources, and you really need to be highly intelligent. People underestimate marketing. When I started training Heights, I had an office, Barikis Yede, up Unilag. I had computers, but I had no clients, and I didn't have any more money. I spent all my money in putting the office together and buying computers, but there were no clients and no money to do marketing. Marketing is essential. Better you spend a lot of your money on marketing than to think that you spend a lot of your money only on the product in itself. A lot of people have great products, but they don't have a market for it. They have great products, but they don't have a market. So it makes no difference. Marketing is key. This is one of the reasons why companies close down. Poor marketing, which automatically leads to poor sales. Poor marketing, which automatically leads to poor sales. A company can survive at least on the immediate with bad products, but a company will never be, because those products can improve. But marketing and sales, you won't be able to pay your rent at the end of the year. Marketing and sales. Law, I mean, what do you think the problem of lawyers is? Are they not lawyers? They're lawyers now. They can win a case, but nobody knows them. What do you think the problem of architects are? They are architects now. They are good at their job, but nobody knows them. They don't have a market share. What do you think is the problem of a lot of professionals that start businesses? They know the work. It's the work that is giving them the confidence that they should start the business. They know the work, but they do not have the skills. A lot of people that I'm sorry, they don't have the market. They know the work, they have the skills, they are good architects, they're good lawyers, they're good from many perspectives. What do you think is the challenge? They are unknown. They're in the middle of nowhere. Nobody knows who they are. They are very good at what they do, but nobody knows them. What do you think is the challenge of Transformation College as of today? It's marketing. We're good at what we do. If we're not good, all of you that are here, you're smart, sensible people. You want to be here. You won't spend your Saturday coming to listen. You want to be here. What's the challenge? People don't know us enough. How can we do? I mean, we're doing a 12-week free summer program. We need 500 people to be there. We still have only 300. What do you think is our problem? Marketing. That's the challenge. Always is. Always is. People don't even know that your company exists. You might have a great product, you might come at a great price, but your promotion is poor. Right? This is also very important, everybody. The 3 key financial statements when it comes to finance side of things. Income statement, your balance sheet, and your cash flow statement. Your income statement, right? Which is probably one of the most important. What's our revenue? What are our expenses? How much money are we able to make? Because you have to still pay the expense. And this income statement is where everything goes wrong. Balance sheet is a bit more technical because now you're not talking about, assets and liabilities. We'll focus on just revenue and expenses, but this is hard because a lot of people, you buy the thing at $8,000 and then you sell it at 10. But in between, you've used 4, you have an office to pay for and all that. At the end of the year, you find out you don't have any more money. And then at some point in time, I used to run the business where paying salaries was a problem. We will owe salaries for 2-3 months, maybe 4, because we had cash flow problems. The client we have sold, the clients have not paid us, and we're not able to run the company. Struggled so badly in running that company because of cash flow. People were owing us. But so people will owe us for 80 days, 90 days, but we pay our staff every 30 days. How could we? So we're not balanced. We struggled until I closed the company down. And the company made a total revenue of more than $1 billion. So if you don't get some of these things right, you will close down that business. You will close down that business if you don't get these things right. So your financials are very important. Everybody must either have an accountant in the organization or at least must be friends with one. And that's why our accounting class, inside of this course, there is accounting there. Right? So look at it here, right? Everybody, can you see this year one, number 8? We did accounts first semester. We're going to do it again in the second semester, just like economics, just like math, just like citizenship education, which is like government. We did it first semester. We're going to do it again. Math, business math, not general math, not math for WAEC. This is math that is applicable to your business. Then economics, and then accounting. So we did accounting before. We're going to do it again. And then when you get into year 2, you're going to do public finance and cost accounting. So you can see that the curriculum is very business-like. It's very business-like, but it's also very technology-like. So it has a decent combination of the things that are technology. I think I was doing this in the other set of slides. This is technology. We use blue. This is technology. This is technology. This is technology. This is technology. So you can see that in the thing, it has a decent combination of things that are technology and the things that are business related. There's so many technology portions here. So this is very important. We'll go and watch, maybe they'll share the link for the accounting. It was done properly, and I think Samuel that took the class is also on the call. So there's some key questions here, everybody. And I typed this out in the class that we did the last time. So, and it's good, it's useful. Key questions if you want to start a business. So this is entrepreneurship. You should get it right. If you're going to do it, you should get it right. If you're going to do it, you should do it properly. It requires a certain set of skills, it requires a certain set of capabilities, it requires a certain type of knowledge. So key questions: how do I build a brand? How do I service my potential customers? Do I need a physical location? How will they pay me? How will I manage my staff and my finances? Look at number 10, everybody. What makes my product unique? Number 4. You need to have answers to this. You can't go into starting a business blindly. These are not the days where we decide to do things blindly. Even your Instagram business, you should answer these questions. Even the kiosk that you're putting in front of your house, you should answer these questions. You should answer these questions categorically. You should answer these questions. So once again, this is part of the curriculum. An enterprise, elements of entrepreneurship, know the entrepreneur, know the requirements for entrepreneurship, know the sources of business ideas, know how to organize the enterprise in itself. So you can see I didn't create this outline. This is from MBT directly. This is the MBT outline. I only typed it out into PowerPoint. But there's a PDF material that we were given. So the curriculum for entrepreneurship it's huge. It starts from here. Know what enterprise, know what it is. That's the first thing. Then it goes into appreciate reasons for entrepreneurship, know the entrepreneur, know the requirements for entrepreneurship, know the sources of business ideas, know how to organize an enterprise. You can see that it's a lot, but it's in the curriculum. It's in the curriculum. It's in the curriculum. So for those of you that want to start, should I put something in the chat room? You guys can contact him. He's our stakeholder. He's the one that helps us with business registration. He will help you do it quick and fast and clean. Actually, Shuaib registered Transformation College of Business and Technology. So please help me give Shuaib a round of applause. All right? He was the one that did the registration for Transformation College of Business and Technology. Please give it up. Please help me say thank you to him in the chat room. He did the CSC registration. So thank you, Shuaib. We will forever be grateful. Forever and ever, we will be grateful for the great work that you did in helping us register this entity. Because when we applied for our license initially, we applied as Training Heights Business School. Then we changed it to Transformation College because that was more in line with what it is that we're trying to do. And he helped to get this registration done. So there's a lot that you need to know for entrepreneurship. Look at some of the things I've highlighted here. Total capital, records and reports, sales, expenses, working capital, sales and costs, forecasted cash flow, income statement, balance sheet. Those three things that I talked about. How are you certain that you're making a profit? Sometimes people say that they're making a profit, but they're not making a profit. So remember that this is National Innovation Diploma. So innovation is key. Innovation is key. There is a webinar that I did, and it's available somewhere on YouTube around innovation and the various ways by which you can innovate. So this is National Innovation Diploma, NID. So they want a lot of people to start businesses, but they don't want you to start the business in ignorance. They want you to start it properly so that you won't just be one of those people that say that, oh, I started a business in the past, then I closed it down. I started, but I didn't think through it. My staff, they stole all my money, blah, blah, blah. I had to close it down. That's not a testimony. That's not a testimony when it comes to your business. You should run your business with the right amount of insight. So I so like, well, that's why I teach this, because I'm an entrepreneur. I've been doing this for at least 22, 23 years. So that's why I teach this entrepreneur, because I don't want somebody to teach it from a textbook perspective. And this is not textbook. This is my job. I run a business. I've run one since the year 2000. We'll make it about 24 years. The first business I ever, apart from working for my parents, the first business I ever ran was with two friends of mine, and we started in the year 2000. It was called CERT School, CERT School. So that's why I'm teaching this from a practitioner's perspective. Okay? And then if it ends, it says, once again, I did not create this at all. This is not my creation. I did not create this outline. It came directly from them. Look at the last portion. It says, know how to operate an enterprise. Staff, personnel, manage time, sales, potential customers, sales again, promotion, suppliers, technology, new technology. This is the curriculum from MBTE. We good? So it's important that you get this. Entrepreneurship is a big deal. And as part of this innovation diploma, they expect that some of you will go ahead to launch businesses. But you must launch the business appropriately from an informed perspective, from a knowledgeable perspective, from a skilled perspective. Don't just launch the business anyhow. That is why this is the curriculum. Where is it now? Yes, this is the content. This is the content. So those 8 pages that we were looking at, they're tied to these 8 things. This is the material that is given to us, or the outline that was given to us by NID, which we use to drive the training and the exam. Entrepreneurship is not about exam. I had one of my friends in those days, he went to one business school in Europe. He paid only God knows how much, 50,000 euros. But till today, he's never run a business. He did an MBA. He's never run a successful business. Because running a business is more than just a degree. It's more than an exam. So this is the curriculum from MBTE, these 8 things. So it is these 8 things that I've now taken and broken down here based on what was given to us. So they gave us everything. This slide, they gave it to us. This content was given to us. This one was given to us. Everything here. So the last one, and I highlighted a couple of things. So if you're going to do business, listen to everything that I've said and follow through with them. There's some 2 books on entrepreneurship that I found on the internet for the people who like to read a lot. It's good for you to read them. May not necessarily change your yes, Afamifuna, yes, everybody. So these are 2 books on entrepreneurship, very useful books on entrepreneurship. I put the links in the chat room. And then, of course, I have this set of slides that are very useful. Not going to go through it. So when we come back, it's about 12 now. I think we can take a quick 30-minute break. Are we good? We can come back and then I'll conclude the class. We'll come back and then I will conclude the class. But everything that I've said, please take it into consideration. You can join it, you can find a partner. Just make sure that you guys have clear agreements in terms of, who does what, who owns what. All right. Entrepreneurs are born, they're not made. Anyone can start a business. Entrepreneurs are the gamblers. So these are some myths with regards to entrepreneurship. All right. So these are some myths where some of them are true, some of them are not true. People say, I don't feel like I'm my own boss. Could I have decided not to be here today? The idiot should have had me for breakfast. The boss, we already put something out everywhere. So it's a lot of commitment for you to be an entrepreneur. I envy my friends. If I was working in professional services, I'll be the partner in the Big Four. If I was working in a bank, I'll be a GM or ED somewhere. Well, when you decide to go the path of entrepreneurship, you really have to know whether you really want to do it, or whether you want to do it alone, whether you want to do it with a group of friends. The first business I started with my friends, they both relocated. One of them is in Botswana, the other one is in the UK. So they don't want, we ran that business for about 1.5 years. I mean, we parted on very good terms. We went to the bank, we shared our monies, we stopped paying for the rent, and we went our way. We shared the assets. And at that point in time, both of them made up their mind that they were never going to do it again. In the year 2002, to be precise, they both said, we're not doing this again in our lives. Well, or at least they're not doing. So one of them has not done it again. The other one still do some business together. It's like a silent investor. But entrepreneurship is not for everybody. And they're not necessarily born. Of course, some people are born like that, but you learn it. So there's a lot of learning. Of course, anyone can start a business. Does not mean anyone can make a business grow and be successful. Starting versus being successful. Anybody can start. Starting no be wahala. You need, even if you're born, you need training, you need skills, you need knowledge and skills. So it's not gambling. It is carefully considered risk taking. That's what it is. Ah, no. Oh, you get me. So Even if you're born like that, you still need skills. You can start to, but we're talking about being successful. It's carefully considered risk taking. Not necessarily. The customer is king. Eh? Because customer is king, and you have commitment to various stakeholders. You cannot say that, oh, you can go. This morning, as I said, if I didn't want to come here, well, I already committed to coming. Edith will hound me. So, absolutely. So, look at some of these things that they've said, but I've given you a practitioner's view. This is not a theoretical class. Entrepreneurship is not a degree. You know, I met one of my friends yesterday. He said he's doing masters, and I'm like, oh God, the time you're going to be using for masters in entrepreneurship, you should be doing your business properly. You should be learning. I think you should go to school and learn it. I mean, but I'm not. It's not for academia purposes. Of course, some people that's their own thing they teach, but I'm a doer of of entrepreneurship. Got almost 100 staff that work for me in multiple locations. So it's a big deal. Right. Entrepreneurs experience oh yes. Oh yeah, absolutely. Without a doubt. Oh, absolutely. That's the truth. Oh no. You can okay. When I'm done with this, we can go for a break. Nah. Um you need an idea, you need an execution plan. Just you need money, you need you need knowledge, you need skills, and then you need money, right? You need knowledge. You need to be certain that there is a market for your product. And when some people really believe in me, people like Boma and all of these people, they believe. Because when we started, we didn't even look like we had a plan, but I knew exactly what it is that I was doing. Oh, what's that KFC? They said the person started the business at age 60 something. Old and retired people can start and run. Oh, yes. So it's not just about you have to be, oh, yes. Old people, they might be retired. Once they have the right knowledge, the skills, they have a method. You have a method to your perceived madness. Right? Slash Naira. Nah. Once again, is everybody here? Is everybody still here? Everybody's quiet. All right. And lastly, entrepreneurs seek power and control over others. Ha. I almost think that others even almost control me. Nah. You can't keep staff if you only want to control them. Employees need a place to grow and express their their individuality, right? You can't say, I mean, people can go somewhere else to work, not the only employer. Right. So these are some of my responses to some of these existing myths. The myth that people have with regards to entrepreneurship, the various types of myths. These are some of my responses. What do you think, everybody? What do you think as we go for break? What do you think, everybody? Let's go for a 30-minute break. What do you think? Can I hear from you in the chat room? What are your thoughts, everybody? And then let's go for a 30-minute break. We'll come back and round up our class. What are your thoughts before you go on some of these mythical things? Everybody, what are your thoughts with regards to some of these mythical things? Also in the chat room, as I said, I put the links for some books on entrepreneurship for the people. Egba boy, thank you very much. Gochuku, yes. And so, oh, the price of entrepreneurship is a lot. That number 7 is true. Absolutely. Everybody, tell me your thoughts in the chat room as we go. Yes. Absolutely. It's a lot. Entrepreneurship costs you a lot in time and resources and all sorts of things. Okay. What are your thoughts, everybody? Let me hear from you before we go now. Now we have a lot of people on the call. Quickly go to the chat room. Also, you can copy the links for the books. You can copy some of the links. Share your thoughts with me. Thank you very much. Velo, thank you. Velo, thank you for that. Ashokali, thank you very much. Oh, absolutely. It's very demanding. It's very demanding. It's easier for you to get a job in a bank, in insurance, in telecommunications, than for you to start a business. Starting a business. So it's not about starting, it's about being very successful over an extended period of time. I've been doing business for a long time, but I still need to be more successful. I was with the man that started Lapo. I even bought a book from him. He has one book like that, Touching Lives, Mr. Godwin, Lapo Microfinance, the founder of Lapo Microfinance. I was with him 2 Saturdays ago, or something like that. Yes, 2 Saturdays ago in Port Harcourt. And he's still trying to become more successful. I've been doing this for a long time and I'm still working very hard to become more successful. It's about being successful over an extended period of time. That's why you see on CNN, they have some businesses, they say those businesses have been there for 100 years. 100 years. They celebrate them a lot on CNN. Businesses that have been around for 100 years. So it's a big deal. Entrepreneurship is hard work, but hopefully it's great work. All right, people. Thank you very much, everyone. Let's go for a quick break. Time now, it's about 12:10 in Nigeria, 11:10 in Ghana. We'll be back here in exactly 30 minutes. And we'll spend an hour together and we'll bring it to a beautiful close for today. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
So
Thank
you
you for
have a
paying attention.
question. You have a question, please, before the break.
Where is it? Is an entrepreneur, how do you toxic customers? Oh, sometimes you have to let the customers go. No, you can't keep all customers. Oh, no, absolutely. You cannot be everything to everybody. So sometimes you actually, in fact, there's one book that I read that says that you need to fire some of your customers. Or even we have customers that we don't want to work for. Oh, yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, they were our customers in the past, but we don't want to work with them any longer. So yes, you can actually, you can do away with some of your customers that you don't think you should be working for. There is nothing that compels you to keep working with an entity you don't really want to work with any longer. You can't be all things to everybody. So you can actually decide not to work with some customers. You can make a decision not to work with some customers. So you don't have to work with all your customers. There's nothing that compels you to do that. Are we good? Are we good? Okay. So please, let's come back in 28 minutes. All right. 28 minutes. So some customers, you can tell them to go. Oh, customer is not always right. Oh, your customer cannot come and slap your staff and you now say that the customer is always right. Do you understand?
Sorry,
Customers
excuse
cannot
me.
come to scatter your office. Then you now say customer is always right. No, the customer is not always right. They are king, but the king is not always right. So the customers are king, but they're not always right. King because you should prioritize them, their needs, their expectations, and all that. But you don't have to keep all customers. In fact, there's a sample letter that some consultants have that says that you send it to your customers. That, thank you very much, but we no longer want to work with you. So customers are king, but they're not always right. Just like kings are in themselves are not always right. So you prioritize them, you give them a lot of consideration and all that, but they're not always right. No, that's not true. But great questions. Thank you. Thank you very much. Chakale, thank you. Excellent questions. So, well, I'll come back here at exactly 12:45 Nigerian time, and we'll spend an hour and we'll round it up for today. I'll be back here. I will share the slides with you. It's not a secret. We've developed it for you. Your exams will be from there and things like that. So, yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much, everyone. See you in a bit. See you in a bit. Hello. Just give me a minute. My screen is not showing where I am. Oh, give me a minute. I need to shut something down. Edith, are you there? Or Messi, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, Doc.
Please take me out of this thing. My screen is frozen. And I think it might be the Zoom
Okay.
app. So take me out completely. I'll come back in a minute.
Okay.
Because driver to that. Window. Well, many things open. There's tabs. All right. So once again, good afternoon, everybody. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. I had to restart my computer. Okay, so these are the characteristics of entrepreneurs. So once again, I don't think entrepreneurship is for everybody, but this course in itself, the NID course, business informatics, actually indeed encourages all us to be entrepreneurs. So it's useful. It's important that we become entrepreneurs. Just that we should do it, being knowledgeable, being skilled, being smart about it. Not like we just go into it because we heard other people are going into it, and then we're not able to do it properly. So these are some of the characteristics. You have a vision, you must have compassion, but you must have motivation, you must have confidence. All these things are very important as it is, but it's way more than this. There must be a market. Some people create all sorts of things and there's no market. Once again, if you go back to what's the name of that guy, In Pursuit of Happiness, he ended up making money from stockbroking and all that, but he didn't make money from that bangolo that he was carrying around. Was carrying something that there was no real market need for that particular thing. So he made money at the end of the day, became very successful, but it wasn't with the contraption that he was carrying around. So you must have a great product. You must have a great product, you must have a great service, but there must be a need and a market. So I dare say that Yeah, you must have a great product or service that is needed. That is needed in the marketplace. And you must be appropriately positioned to serve your impending customers. So there's a lot that you need to have to be successful. So people talk about passion and those things are important, right? But you must have a great product that is needed in the marketplace, and you must um, be appropriately positioned to serve your impending slash potential customers. So there are many things to be an entrepreneur. All these things, innovation, risk taking, they're all there. They're all part of it. Persistence and all that. But you must have a great product and a great service. And there must be a need in the marketplace. And then further to that, you must be positioned to serve your um your potential customers. So entrepreneurship is good when you need a lot of knowledge, skills, and capabilities. I want to talk to you about Faith Foundation. It's called Faith Foundation, and everybody can go online. I mean, I learned a lot from this organization in the year 2002, to be precise. I attended this same course in Faith Foundation. That was a long time ago. That's about 21 years, 22 years ago. Yeah, 22 years ago. Well, I know we did our 20th anniversary last year. It's Training Heights. So yeah, they have this course. It's called AEP, Aspiring Entrepreneurship Program. I attended this course in Faith Foundation 20 something years ago. And this is the program as at today. Entrepreneurship, design thinking, business model, marketing, sales, finance, managing people, come down to the same set of things. The nuts and bolts, managing and growing your business, and how to use technology for digital growth. It always comes down to the same set of things. So they even have a great report. Where is that report? They have a report. Everybody, if you go on their website, they have a report. When my computer went off now, I included that slide, but it's gone off. Okay. So they've got a report. If you go onto the web page, so if you go onto Google, everybody, and just type something called, the Faith Entrepreneurship Report 2023. You'll find a nice report that they have online. Great report. It talks about entrepreneurship and things like that. Okay. So, and then this is the strategy for SMEs, basic things, basic things people who run SMEs should know. Basic things that people who run small to medium-sized organizations should have. Okay. Once again, we've talked about financing and bookkeeping, accounting. Nobody says you should be an accountant, but at least you must know the basics. An income statement. Where is all the money we have made? And where are all the monies that we're expending? And what is the balance? Very, very basic like that. Are we making a profit? Are we making a loss? Simple things like that. It's a requirement of the curriculum that you know these things. Once again, please go back and watch the videos that we have for accounting. And we're also going to be doing accounting sometime between September and December. I'm sure we can do a recap of some of those things. Oh, yes. Once again, this is where companies struggle. Companies struggle around marketing and communications. This is where people struggle. I had a slide in here. That slide has also disappeared. And for some reason, it's not recovering. The slide was something around how do you make something go viral? How do you make something go viral? How do you make anything at all go viral? How do you put a post on YouTube and you ensure that it goes viral? How do you put a post on Instagram? How do you spend your money on social media? You say you want to do social media, for example, want to do, yeah, okay, this is it. How do you do this? How do you ensure that your post on Facebook about your business, it goes viral? What is the approach that you should use so that your ideas can go viral? And I do think a lot of entrepreneurs should learn how to use social media. I was saying to my social media digital marketing team that we're missing something as an organization. I was saying to them that we're missing something as an organization that we can do way better in terms of the results. This is not just about putting out posts. Are we converting the posts into sales? I have a slide here. How are you doing lead generation and how are you converting the leads into sales? This is the single conversation. How are you generating leads and how are you converting them into sales? So I think people need to really go think about social media and digital marketing. Marketing via social media, because that's what digital marketing is. Marketing via social media. I think a lot of people just post. I mean, I've got a team in the different businesses that do this. Well, I'm never convinced that they know what to do or that they have gotten it right. I am never convinced that they know what to do or that they have gotten it right. One, think about social media for your organization again. Sorry, can't think about digital marketing and how to leverage it. I think there's a lot of secrets that people don't know. I think everybody is just satisfied with posting. You just post. When you ask this digital marketing person, say, oh, I posted. Like the post is what gives the results. Ordinary post does nothing. Ordinary post, it does absolutely nothing. So I do think everybody that is here, whether you're young or you're old, you should go think about digital marketing. Am I doing it right? Do I know what to do? Am I doing the right thing? Is it the best way to approach it? What can I improve? I think everybody really needs to go to think about digital marketing. And my campaigns, are they working? You know, I remember I had somebody who said, oh, you know, all we need to do is to pay. We went and we paid hundreds of thousands of Naira on digital marketing. We got nothing out of it. Every month for almost 6 months, we paid a lot of money. But we got nothing out of it because the person that was running our digital marketing, as at that time, did not know what she was doing, but she convinced us to spend our money. So we spent a lot of money paying, but we got nothing out of it. I do think in modern day, if you're trying to do a business, you need to leverage social media channels, or you need some extreme intelligence to be able to get that right. You need a lot of intelligence to get your digital marketing right. Your website, your social media channels, how current your updates are. I mean, it's plenty things. Plenty things. So this is important that we get this right. Google has a lot of tools, they have a lot of training, but a lot of people take all those things just to get to pass the exam and then you go and get a job. And of course, the companies generally are not getting any value from digital marketing. Generally speaking, companies generally, they're not getting anything out of it. And I can tell you that because I mean, work with a lot of organizations, we've reviewed these things, we've seen how others are doing it. Companies generally are struggling with this. They just don't know how to do this because the team members, people have the certificates, but they don't have the skills. They have the knowledge, not the skills. So they can post, they can schedule the post using what's that tool called? I've forgotten. They can create designs using Canva, but they're not getting, the organizations that they work for are not getting any real value. Their destinies and their outcomes and their fortunes are not changing. So please, part of your business, get your children, get your sister, get your brother, get your cousin, get them to learn this like properly, not learn it to get a certificate, but learn it to deliver value. How can our business be patronized or people get to know that we even exist via social media? Like, and how do we measure if social media is working? I tell my team in training nights and in A4S that we still don't understand these things enough. We know them, but there's knowing and there's knowing that it's like our level of knowing is like level 2 or level 3 out of level, level 4, level 5 out of level 10. There's a knowing of these things that is at level 7, level 8, level 9. How to really use these platforms to drive business. And I think every young person here that has an advantage of being born in these technology times need to pay attention to this. Google has a lot of training courses, a lot of exams, a lot of certificates. But we're not talking about attending and collecting certificates. We're talking about using it to add value to an organization. Okay? So that's a big deal. Let's talk about, so please, once again, I mentioned it to you. Companies die because of marketing. My son, somebody also asked me, can young people do business? Yes, my son is in secondary school and 2 of his friends have a clothing line, 3 of them. One of them convinces everybody to buy. One of them does the design. He does all sorts of design using paint and all that. And then the third one usually is the one that goes to the market to source for the things. They're boarding out, so they only do these things during their summer break. They take orders from all their students, they collect their monies, they send the monies to their parents. They do the designs, they write their names down somewhere. What do they want on the pullovers? This is not 5K stuff. For this, I'm talking about 15 grand, 20K pullovers. The boys they're all in SS2 or something like that. One of them is great at convincing everybody, he's a good marketer. The other one is excellent at design. The other one is great at sourcing. So marketing is one thing that organizations need to learn how to do. A lot of people are struggling with marketing. Marketing is what organizations need to learn how to do. All right, let's talk about HR side of things. HR is also a big deal. How do you even recruit and hire? Because everybody has to start to hire. Most people start with hiring their friends, their cousins, their younger brothers because they cannot afford. Of course, there's always a challenge in there, but that's why education is good. You're adequately educated about these things. You know what they are, you know what to do, you know who to hire, you know who not to hire. Because the person is your cousin does not mean you should hire them. Because the person is your younger brother does not mean you should hire them. So hiring is a big deal. How do you hire? How do you retain? How do you onboard? Managing people is big. Managing people is a big deal. As I tell everybody to, go and learn about people. There's a book. It's called The Laws of Human Nature by Robert Greene. I love that book a lot. I tell HR people all the time that they will learn more from that book than many years. The Laws of Human Nature. Robert Greene. How we human beings, how we think, how we act. We need to be mindful of these things if we want to manage people. One of the laws is the law of irrationality, that we're all largely irrational people. There's an assessment I was doing for some people last week, and if Nancy's on, which of these biases are you subject to? It talks about biases, a bias, what you're biased, in which direction are you biased, and it talks about 20 different types of biases. And it would ask you the question, which of this are you susceptible to? So managing human beings, you can't run a business all by yourself. It doesn't work that way. I've got almost 100 different people working with me. I can't be by myself. The first day I started, for a moment. So managing the people side is a big deal, everybody. Managing people. One of the biggest headaches you're going to have in business is managing people. Internal people, external people, friends, customers, partners. Managing people is a big deal. Managing people is a big deal. Different types of people that need to be managed. Managing people. You have to manage yourself. You have to manage your employees. You have to manage partners. You have to manage directors. You have to manage investors. You have to manage suppliers. You have to manage customers. Managing people is a big deal in business, and it's a big headache, and you can't run away from it. You cannot run away from managing people. So if you're going to be in business, you literally have to be an expert in managing people. And the first person you need to be able to manage is yourself. That's the first person you need to be able to adequately manage yourself. Managing yourself, managing your employees, managing partners, managing directors, managing investors, the board, managing suppliers. I mean, management of people is a big deal. Management of people is a big deal. Okay. All right. So yeah, so we talked about people, we talked about, I told everybody to go and look at this app, Zoho one. Great. So I told everybody to go and look at it. And then these are very important things when it comes to here, everybody. These are all the other things you should know. These are all the other things you should know. Okay. Everybody should have an accountant and a lawyer as a friend. The bigger your business gets, you should have some. If you can't afford to hire them as your staff, you should have them as friends that can give you free guidance and free knowledge and free advice. What kind of incorporation should you do? Should you do sole ownership? Should you guys do limited liability? Or how will you get your CAC sorted and your how do you write an appropriate memorandum of MEMAT, right? That describes what your organization does. How will you do that? How will you manage your state inland revenue service versus your federal? What is your state coming to collect from you? What is the federal coming to collect from you? Because both of them are coming. It's just a matter of time. So anybody on the call that can tell us the difference between what LRS will come to collect versus what someone will tell me the difference between what LRS will come to collect versus what FRS will come to collect in the chat room. Somebody else should tell me, why are we paying both ITF and NSITF? What's the difference? Okay. Also, VAT versus withholding tax. Okay. Sorry about that. I was changing my internet. So please, let's go to the chat room. Anybody? LRS versus FRS. VAT versus withholding tax. Try how does one manage himself to achieve their goals? That's a tough question. Well, okay. NSITF versus ITF. VAT versus withholding tax. Why? Why do we need to pay attention to these things, because these things, as simple as they look and sound, they are the things that can ensure that you will close down your business before you plan to. They will ensure. So try, what's the difference between is sole ownership and partnership? Are they the same? I know enterprises versus limited liability, but what about sole ownership? Can partnership also do enterprises? Or once it's partnership, you must do limited liability? How does it work? Is there any set of guidelines for writing what they call MEMAT? Am I right? That describes what your organization does. The articles of incorporation. Right? The articles of incorporation, what do they mean? Well, memorandum and articles of association. What exactly? How do you write them? What do they mean? Let's go to the chat room, everybody. Shrive, Samuel, who else is there? So Samuel has talked about LRS, PE, FRS will come for withholding tax, VAT. So if you don't manage your taxes well, you will close down your company. People even have, what's that thing called? They have all sorts of taxes, man. There are plenty types of taxes that you're being asked to pay. What about PENCOM? These are all important things. So you can see that running a business is beyond ideas. A lot of people have ideas. Running a business is beyond ideas. There's so many things that you've got to deal with in running a business. And if you're not careful, these things, so you have your company income tax, right? Thank you for putting that. The company income tax in itself. They even have tax for your premises. And plenty taxes. Oh, they have all sorts of compliance things to deal with. And if you don't maintain these things, you can't run a business. So if you think that running a business is just about having ideas and selling, nothing could be further from the truth. Running a business is more than that. You're going to say, oh, should I charge withholding? Should I not charge withholding? Should I charge VAT? Should I not charge withholding? What about you yourself that you're meant to be doing withholding with some people? How do you manage these things? If you want to do apply to some companies, they'll tell you to go and bring a Bureau of Public Procurement and National Database of Contractors and those kinds of things. So there are many issues and challenges when it comes to managing a business. And if you're going to be an entrepreneur and a great one at that, then you have to take all these things into consideration. If you're going to be an entrepreneur and a great one at that, and you don't want to close down your company quickly or untimely, then you need to ensure that all these other things, they are adequately managed and dealt with. ITF, Industrial Training Fund, NSITF, National Security. I mean, it's plenty. It's plenty that you need to take care of. So if you have a great idea and you get accounting right and you hire people right and you do all those things and you neglect everything that's got to do with compliance and legal and taxes, hey, You will still close that company down, even with the best product, with the best service. You will still close that company down. So for you to avoid closing your company down, better be mindful of all these things. There's even personal income tax for the directors. So there's the company tax, there's personal income tax for the directors. I mean, it's a lot. So anybody that is running a business, please don't be worried only about the idea, the market, accounting, hiring, great products and services. You need to worry about everything that also has to do with compliance. You have to worry about every other thing that has to do with compliance. And in our exam, once again, we're going to ask you these things. There are many organizations in Nigeria that support entrepreneurs. I had a list in this slide. I'm just wondering what happened. Different organizations that support entrepreneurs in Nigeria. I had the list in this slide. It's all disappeared. And I was saving it. I don't know what must have happened. Something has significantly gone wrong somewhere. Anyways, pretty much that's it. So if you go to CAC, you see all sorts. Once again, businesses, they're about solving problems, everybody. A business is primarily there to solve problems. A business is there primarily to solve problems. If your business is not solving problems, then automatically there is a limit to which that business can grow. If your business is not solving problems, so that's why I think I have this slide. Businesses are there to solve problems. If your business is not solving a problem, then there's a problem somewhere. So businesses are there to solve problems. Businesses are there primarily to solve problems. Okay, pretty much that's it from me. I mentioned the Faith Foundation slide. I also had a slide. I mean, I'm really surprised. I think in terms of what must have happened to my computer. So I said government institutions in Nigeria, SMIDAN, that support SMEs. So you will see, yes, SMIDAN, Bank of Industry, Export Promotion Council, those kinds of organizations. They support SMEs in Nigeria. So you see them, Nigerian Export Promotion Council, NEFON, I think that one's closed down now. BOI, NAFDA, Raw Materials, CAC, and SMIDAN. I know that SMIDAN is meant to be supporting a lot of SMEs. How much of that they do, I don't know. I'm not sure I can vouch for that. But SMIDAN, part of their job is to support SMEs. So you see everybody. So it's good to understand these things, to plug in with them. I remember one time like that, Nigeria was doing something. I didn't plug into it, but my sister did. And she won a grant and all that. I also have a cousin that got a loan from the Bank of Industry. So I've seen institutions in Nigeria. So I think Bank of Industry, yeah, if you're able to get a loan from them, I think they are the ones that are supposedly meant to be supporting SMEs. I also know that there's an entity for agriculture. So I know that BOI is meant to be supporting SMEs. So that's it. So you see, Bank of Industry. So they say they have funds and all sorts of things that they use to support SMEs. You can access up to 10 million. So you should try it out. I don't know a lot about this. I've never been able to access any loan or anything from anywhere. I'm just used to getting the things done one way or the other. But I know my sister has benefited from one of these things. I know. I also know my cousin got a loan and he paid back and they allowed them to pay gradually and all that. So I know that Smidan does a couple of things. So if you're planning on being an entrepreneur and all that, you should research what these entities have to offer. You should research what do they have to offer. They might have something that might be very useful for you. So you should definitely research BOI and Smidan. Not sure which other one. BOI, Smidan, Export Promotion Council. I don't know how those ones are going to support you. All right. And if you're in tech, I'm sure there are loads of incubators and things like that. I don't know how Export Promotion Council, Nigeria Export Promotion Council. Maybe if you do import, you're into export, maybe they have some things that they use in supporting people who run small businesses. It's possible. So double your exports. So it's possible. If you're in this related businesses, you at least you go and look at the three of them. Go and look at Smidan, go and look at what BOI has to offer. As I said, as a person, I've never benefited from any of these things. Place that I went to that gave me knowledge on how to run a business relatively was Faith Foundation. I got a lot of knowledge from Faith Foundation, and from there, I used that knowledge to run my business. I haven't gotten any loan from anybody. I wish I'll get. I definitely wish I'll get. And that's the report. So everybody should go and look at the report. I mean, the Faith Foundation has been doing this in Nigeria for 24 years. So the report is available on the website. You will get a lot of value from it. And they have the set of books. I have it in my house here too. About 7 books that are very useful. One is about there's finance, there's digital, there are all sorts of things in there. So you should definitely even if you don't go to the Faith Foundation, you should follow them, you should see what they're doing, you should attend their conferences and their program. You can buy their books and all that. They're definitely the number one private institution in Nigeria that is at the forefront of entrepreneurship. They're the number one private institution in Nigeria that are at the forefront of entrepreneurship. So pretty much that's it from me, everybody. That's it from me. I hope you've gotten some value from this session. I hope. I hope you've learned a couple of things that will help you move forward, both as part of our NID program and even in your own career. I'm hoping that this session for today has been useful and has been valuable to be able to help move and push everybody closer to your both educational and entrepreneurship journey. And I get some comments from everybody. What exactly are the highlights of today? Yes, absolutely. Should remember this is what the company does. Partner are not the same. Partnership involves relationship focus on collaboration. Yes. So partnership, so businesses mean that is SOLE, means that you're doing it all by yourself. Samuel has also said in the chat room here, everybody, that VAT is compulsory. It's charged on goods and services provided and must be remitted to the tax authority. These are the things that get people into trouble. This single line that Samuel has put in the chat room can bring your entire business down. This single simple thing that he has put here can bring the entire business, can bring it down. It's compulsory tax. It's charged on goods and you need to remit it. So I ran a business, we were collecting VAT, but we were not remitting. And we got into a lot of trouble. The withholding tax deducted at source. That means you yourself, there's some transactions that you're doing that you should be doing withholding tax. So both of them are important. The one you need to charge and remit, the ones you yourself you need to withhold, depending on what your company does. And your company will also do is company income tax. So Shuaib also said here that partnerships can also run under that enterprise one that he said earlier. Because Shuaib had said something. You can post Mercy or Edith, you can post what Shuaib posted before, saying that, partnership can still be enterprise. Partnership can still be enterprise. So look at it. LRS will collect payee, personal income tax, development tax, and premises. So look at this tax issue can flow. Good. People think that this thing is only about idea. Idea is good though, but idea is not enough for a business, especially if you plan that the business is going to be successful. You need more than ideas. So there's education tax, there's development tax. Taxes get people into trouble. Taxes get people into trouble. These taxes, they get people into trouble. If you're planning to run a business, you better ensure that you're on top of it. Oh, yes. Thank you very much for that, Chekebuka. Yeah, interest rate is about 28, 29%. So you can see that if your interest rate, when you go to borrow money, is that much, how are you going to ever make money from the business? It's impossible. It's impossible. It is impossible, literally. So if you're ever going to do business in Nigeria, do you know how many businesses in Nigeria have closed down because the people want to take money from microfinance and all these finance houses? Do you know what the finance house charges? Does anybody know? I can tell you. You know what they charge? If you tabulate it for the whole year, if you take 10 million naira from a finance house over a 1 year period, how much do you think you're going to pay back in interest? Anybody? Chat room, please. Anybody? If you take 10 million from a finance house in this modern day, how much do you think you're going to pay back at the end of 12 months? Let's assume that you've taken it over a period of 12 months. Does anybody have any idea? How much do you think you're going to pay back if you take 10 million? Anybody here? Minimum that you pay back for your interest after 12 months. Does anybody know? Can tell you. You will minimum, even if you pay everything to time, you pay about 80% in this modern day. You pay about 80% interest over 12 months. Am I lying? Anybody? Samuel? Anybody? Anybody? You will pay. So Nigeria is very difficult, yes, because they will add admin charge, they will add something. God help you, you miss one of those payments, you would end up paying 100%. I took a loan years ago from a microfinance. It's 10 million. I ended up paying an extra 10 million. And that was with the mercy of God. That was with the mercy of God. Over a period, I collected 10 million. I did business with it. I was hoping I'll get about 15 million. I didn't get the money from the company on time. I ended up paying 10 million bucks back. That means I did not only make a loss, I even went to pick money from other places to be able to pay the monies back. This is a big deal, everybody. This is a big deal. Don't make the mistakes others have made. If you're going to run business, make sure you have a mentor. Make sure you have a coach. Make sure you are knowledgeable about running business. Bank loans, you will enable you to, in Nigerian bank loans, you will close down the business. In Nigeria, bank loans is what will kill your business, taking a loan from a bank. The basis for which your business will die faster by taking a loan. You cannot take a loan from in Nigeria. Because if your business is going to generate 20 or 25% interest, how do you take a loan that is going to cost you about 30% per annum? Nigeria is not one of those places where you go to take a loan from a Nigerian bank to run a business. Maybe from BOI. Maybe BOI, yes. Maybe from well, those kinds of entities that give you 8%, 9%, maybe. What is the BOI loan interest? I don't even know. Maybe somebody might know. What is the BOI loan interest? Small business in Nigeria. So, so somebody was saying, yes, you're guaranteed. So let me show you this. Let me show you this. It said, do loans kill businesses? I said 100%. Definitely yes in Nigeria. Especially for SMEs. Does loan really kill? Yeah. In Nigeria. Yes. Loan really kills your business. Yes. Okay. 28, 29, 30% interest. You will never be able to pay that money back. So you can see how unfriendly so Nigeria is a paradox. The location that has a lot of opportunities, but with the least friendly environment. A lot of opportunities, but least friendly. So these are the things we're meant to teach you in this entrepreneurship class. And I hope I've been able to pass this across to you. Doesn't matter your line of business. Your business can be tech, your business can be shoemaking, whatever. You're going to do the business, you better make sure you understand what it is that you're doing. That there is a market, you've got marketing capabilities, that you can manage people. So for me, I think that's the most, this slide, the slide that I said, a business has many parts to be managed. This is my final conversation. A business has many parts to be managed. And the reason why most people do badly in business is because something here is missing. They're struggling here. They're struggling. Should I ask the question, how do you achieve your goals? I think you achieve your goals by with these skills. In one, if I just want to say it in one word, if you're going to achieve your goals, you are going to need these skills. It is the lack of the skills on this page that stops people from achieving their goals. I was going to just summarize it. One, it is the lack. Now, I'm not talking about knowledge, and I think that's important. You have to understand head knowledge versus skills that you're able to demonstrate. Okay? I think that's the critical reason why most people do not achieve their goals. They lack the skills on this page. It can be persuasion skills, it can be vision, it can be whatever. It can be discipline, and be time management. It can be communication, it can be any kind of skill. Your inability to demonstrate these skills that have got to do with quality, plenty of things, that stops most people from achieving their goals. So this slide is very important. And of course, this slide is extremely important when it comes to what an entrepreneur must know to be able to do well in their business. Thank you very much, everyone. It's been my pleasure. I will update the slides. I have a couple of pages that are missing in there. I don't even know how that happened. But yeah, I'll update it. And I will see a lot of you in the training on in our diploma program. So today we take a break all the way till the 15th of September. So the school will be on break from this course, but they'll put the recording on YouTube and share the slides as usual. The just will be on break from this course. There'll be nothing happening next week, Saturday, so that the team can plan properly towards the 1st or towards the 8th We're going to finish this program on the 31st. We're going to take a break for one Saturday, and then school will resume. And hopefully we'll be resuming as 4 different sessions, because we plan to launch our security and networking, our software development, and even possibly a brand new intake for business informatics also from the 15th of September. All right. Can everybody tell me one thing they've learned today, please? All right. Chikebuka, I'd like to know that company. I like to know when you go and check it in the fine print. Trust me, nobody can borrow you money in Nigeria except a government institution that can borrow you less than about 20%. I promise you. So when you go and look into the fine letters of the books, it will still be about that. Thank you very much, Priscilla. Thank you, Priscilla, for this. Yes. Top of your game as a business owner. Idea is not enough. I should write the things you've said here. Priscilla, I should write them in gold. So please, Mercy, take note of what Priscilla said. Don't just have an idea, but ensure you're meticulous and intentional when running your business. Thank you very much for that, Priscilla. I like what you've said. As it is. Thank you. Any other person? Okay, please share the details with us. We'd like to promote them in our course. Please share the details of the organization. Right? Samuel has said a lot of interesting things here, everybody. I hope you're also taking note of that. So is there any other thing from anybody? Let's bring this to a beautiful close. There any other thing? Any comments from everybody that has stayed all the way to the end? What is your big take home from today from this entrepreneurship class today? Priscilla has given a brilliant one. All right. Any other person? Quickly, can I get to what is your takeaway from this session today? Anybody? Any takeaway from anybody from this session today? Anybody? Any other person? Can I let me? I need some feedback. I need to know whether I've been speaking over the top, over the heads of a lot of people, because that's what this session does require. That will be very practical with regards to running a business. Like the theoretical side we covered, but we also needed to talk about the practical. Is there any other person? Any other person? Any other thoughts as we bring today's session to a close? Any other person? Any thoughts in the chat room? Anybody? Good. So Mercy, Edith, and Boma, thank you very much for having me. It's been my pleasure. And thank you to all the participants. Jarius, Priscilla, Samuel, Shuaib, Yinka, Shekale, Stella, everybody. Thank you, Michael, Favor, Isa, so everybody. Thank you very much for your time. It's my pleasure. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Doctor. It has been a very insightful class today, and I believe everybody on the call have taken home a lot of value from today's class. And we have come to the end of the class today, and we're looking forward to seeing every one of you on the 8th of June for the diploma, for the commencement of the diploma studies, right? So please, if you have your friends, your well-wishers, even like Doctor said, even your enemies, it's okay for those who actually do have enemies. Okay, so you can share the links to them and let them register. This program is open to the general public, and we'll be glad to see everybody in class come June 8th. So thank you very much. Do enjoy your weekend and stay happy, stay safe, and stay blessed.